Hey, it's Kirsten Morley with the Morleys. I am so excited to come to you with a pregnancy update. I'll even show you like my cute little bump. So I'm currently 24 weeks and 5 days. So I am due in May, the middle of May. Honestly, this has been such an interesting time in our life because we are currently doing a lot of things behind the scenes. We are doing like 4 different businesses, and it's been so hard to even try to document everything. But luckily for me, I have been writing down some things just so I can actually like talk about them because I actually didn't want to forget. So this is more of like me documenting how the pregnancy has been going and how I've been feeling, and kind of just give an update for everything. So, but first, I actually wanted to start with the best advice I ever received from an OBGYN. It was actually during my first pregnancy, and I was really having a hard time with like the nauseousness and the sickness, morning sickness, and it was just awful. Like all I wanted to do was throw up, but I hate throwing up, and it was just bleh. It was so bad. But the best advice my OBGYN ever gave me was to always have something in your stomach. As long as you have something in your stomach, and he's like, I don't even care if it's like saltine and 7-Up, like just have something in your stomach and it's really going to help with the nauseousness. So, and he's like, once you get past 12 weeks, then you'll be good. And that's exactly what happened. So, that's actually what happened with every single pregnancy that I've had. So we have 3 kids and 1 on the way. So 4 is my 4th pregnancy. And so I kind of know what I'm doing, but every child has been completely different. But so let's talk about, did I have any pregnancy symptoms and did I know beforehand? So, before I actually took the pregnancy test, I didn't know if like the symptoms that I was having was like in my head, because we had actually been trying for an entire year before we got pregnant, and kind of on and off for a year. And honestly, I didn't know if it was like just in my head or if it was like just my period coming up, because sometimes I would have very similar symptoms, but this one for sure was a lot more of like breast tenderness, super tired, like emotional. And then like obviously like once I took the test, I was like, well, now we know. But so how did I tell Bo? How did I tell my husband that I was pregnant? So I actually had taken a test. I had gotten home from an event that I was at with my sister-in-law, and I was gone for like 2 days, and she like the whole time I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be getting my period. Be getting my period. So who knows if I'm pregnant or not. And I was like, currently like on that day I was supposed to start my period. I was like, this is cool. This is great. I'm just going to get my, like the worst part of my period, like while I'm at this event. And, but it never came. So I was like, okay, kind of being suspicious about it. Like it could be because I'm pregnant or whatever. But anyway, so I get home that evening, and so I was currently 2 days late, or a day and a half, and I was like, I have a pregnancy test, let's hurry and take it because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to find out. So I took the pregnancy test as soon as I got home, and my husband Bo was downstairs in just watching a movie. And I was like, hey, turn off the TV. I want to give you a big fat hug. I set up the camera, and then I gave him a big fat hug. And I was like, can you reach into my pocket? He pulled it out and he was like, shut up. Anyway, so that's we'll post the whole video of how it went later. But that's like the gist of it. He was in a lot of shock, actually. Like, even though we were like trying, he was like, oh, what have I done? Just because it's another baby coming this way. But and babies are expensive and they can, it's a lot of work. But Anyways, so weekly updates as far as like the things that happened, like things that I kind of knew about, but also at the same time I'm like, oh, I forgot how hard this can be. But so weekly updates I have, so anywhere, I think it was like 3 to 6 weeks is when I was just like tired, extreme exhaustion, so tired, like I couldn't keep my eyes open, like abnormally tired, and like breast tenderness, and like feeling super emotional, and just all the things. All the things. And then about 6 to 10 weeks is when I am like the most nauseous, and not really like throwing up, because I hate throwing up, but like so nauseous to the point where it's like nothing sounds good. A lot of food aversions for me. I feel like every other pregnancy, it's been more along the lines of like, I'm craving something, but I don't know if it's this pregnancy, but I feel like I've had way more food aversions than I've ever had. Like nothing ever sounds good. And if it does sound good, I have to have it right then and there, or else if I get it like 20 minutes too late, then I'm just like, bleh. But that's like the worst part. And then week 11 to 13, I pretty, like most of the nauseousness kind of subsided, but I was still pretty tired, a lot of lack of energy. Most of that is due to like being with our businesses. Bo was gone 16 hours a day, but now he's not as busy. So anyways, but I do have to say that some of the nausea symptoms, or something that really helped me personally the most, was having like a protein shake within the first 15 to 30 minutes of waking up. So right when I wake up, or right when I know I'm gonna wake up, I immediately go to the kitchen, make myself a protein shake, or like I like the Fairlife protein shakes, where it was just like, get it out of the fridge and just not chug it, but just like slowly sip on it. And it was just a lifesaver. And then the other thing that also really helped with the nausea symptoms is emotion code. So I'm currently a emotion code, body code, and belief code practitioner, basically just an energy healer. And this is something that I've actually helped other women help with, as far as like nausea goes. I've also helped myself, but emotion code and body code is like one of the best things that I ever did for myself with the nauseousness, because it helped so much. So doing those two things, always having something in my stomach, and the emotion code, body code, lifesaver for me. Okay, and then 15 weeks is actually when I really started to like get a bump, which was super cute. And 15 to 22 weeks was is actually my favorite part for pregnancy, because you're like so cute and adorable, but you're not like huge and in the way. But which is like, it's fair. But anyways, 15 to 17 weeks. So at 15 weeks is when I actually started feeling like little kicks. I feel like I may have felt it a little bit earlier, but I feel like babies don't move a ton within like the first like when they're smaller, or you just don't feel it. So about 15 weeks is when I started feeling baby kicks, and it was really cute, but they didn't last very long, and then around 17 weeks is when baby started really kicking and not screaming. I was gonna say kicking and screaming, but kicking, and it just really started to get a lot more consistent. And then now obviously wiggles all the time, going crazy. But so 23 weeks is I feel like this was like last week. I feel like baby's just gotten in the way, not in the way, but like it's just things, it's harder to do things. I can't bend over, and there's just lots of things happening. But and then 22 weeks, I went back a week, but 22 weeks is actually when I started feeling like I could not breathe, which is so weird for me because I don't remember it happening this soon. I only remember not feeling like I can't breathe in the 3rd trimester, and I'm still in the 2nd trimester, but I'm right here just sitting here and I'm like anyways, but for no reason, just sitting there, I'm like, oh, I can't breathe, I need some air. You know, I just like, if we're in the car and I can't breathe, I just roll down the window and I'm like, oh, no big deal, right? Anyways, some things that I wish I was doing currently is exercising a little bit more, or just like being a little bit more active, just because I know that that's supposed to help with like have a faster labor and delivery, but I haven't. I've been really tired. But anyways, another question I know people are going to ask is the age difference or the age gap between our youngest and this baby, and it's gonna be about 5 years, just over 5 years, which is so crazy to me, but that's just the reality. So I was hoping to have a smaller gap, like 3, maybe 4 years, like at max, but what can you do? Sometimes things don't go your way. But and then in that time, in the 5 years that we've had our youngest, was we've had 2 moves. We've moved twice, and we actually got rid of everything. We have gotten rid of everything. All of our baby stuff is just, it's gone, and we basically have to start over. The only thing we saved was a baby carrier out of all the things we saved. I don't know why. The nice thing about this is at least I know exactly what I want to get and, you know, have on hand. So there are a few things I would love to splurge on as far as like baby equipment goes. But obviously that may not happen just because, you know, life changes, but we'll see. So one of the first things that I did when I was pregnant was I made a baby registry, like a private baby registry, so that I could like actually look at all the costs of how much it would cost to have a baby, like getting the baby equipment just in case nobody could help, or, you know, whatever. And I feel like I needed to like mentally prepare, like, okay, it's gonna cost this much to actually have all of the baby equipment, the diapers, the clothes, the swings, the crib, the stroller, the car seat, like all of the major things, and like all the little things that really add up. And so and then like, so I made a baby registry, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna cost about this much to have everything that we need. That's more of like necessity rather than like, oh my gosh, that'd be so cute, like let's just get it, you know, $20 here, $15 there, $50 there. It was just, anyways. So long story short, it was really nice to actually put that number down and be like, okay, we need to save this much money in order to have another baby. And then obviously there's other costs that come to everything, but it was just nice for me because I needed to mentally prepare for this, just because that's how I am. Anyways, so then I was like, okay, if I can go like look at sales or look at like the Facebook Marketplace, KSL, like just different places that you can find baby stuff, and be like, okay, it's not really going to be that much. So like, this is worst case scenario if we have to buy everything brand new, and then best case scenario, like it's either given to us, or, you know, we found it at a sale, or, you know, whatever. So that's something that I have personally had to mentally do because it's been 5 years since we've had a baby. So it's different. But anyways, so we are literally slowly starting to gather some baby stuff together and getting all the baby things. And it's been kind of fun, but a little bit stressful at the same time, because I'm like, oh, is this really a good price? Is this something that we actually need? And, you know, all of the things. But last thing is baby registry boxes. So this is something that I found on TikTok, and a video I would actually love to be making. I will actually make this as a video because I feel like it's also very helpful to get samples because in the last 5 years, there's a lot of things that have changed in the baby industry and just like baby things and rules, regulations, I don't know what you want to call them, but like products and all the baby things. And I registered, so there are different companies that allow you to create a baby registry, and then you get a free box sent to you with like samples. Sometimes you get a bottle, a diaper, some wipes, like sample sizes with things, nursing pads, breast milk bags, I think. Yeah, breast milk bags. And there's just like a whole bunch of things that you can get. And so that's actually a whole separate video I wanted to make because it's something I'm like, oh, I'm super, it's just exciting. So now I don't know if I ever said the gender, but we will not be sharing the name until baby is born. But our kids were able to find out the gender pretty quick. So they've known for a long time. And we also picked out a name, and now they call the baby that name, which is so, oh, it's so adorable. But anyways, there's so much I want to talk about, but this video has already gone on way too long. Anyways, so that is like the pregnancy update from, you know, beginning to middle I think is 20 weeks. Obviously, I'm just a little bit over that, but thank you so much for watching, and I hope this is helpful, maybe. I don't know, just documenting, I think. But I feel like this is more of like a documentation rather than like going on the journey, rather than being like recommendations. So anyways, if you want to hear, if you have any questions about pregnancy or things that we're doing, things that we're getting, let us know, and I will make a video. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would really help us out a lot. Thank you. Bye.